Greetings, this is Frina Renaventure. I welcome you to my recap of Critical Role, episode 84 of Campaign 3, Saga of the Bells Hells. We start the episode with a NordVPN ad where Sam Jessica tries to be he says he's just going to be straight to the point because it does a nice straight to the point thing. As if. Of course, one of the guys come out. One of the crew comes out with saying that there's a bomb. They found this bomb, and if he doesn't complete the ads, it's gonna go off. The lengths they go to for their. I have a feeling that the lengths they go through for these ads are ones that even some of their people, their sponsors, don't appreciate. And they go through more ads and stuff, including they're going through more announcements, like talking about a video recently released on YouTube about their round table on Midst. I have not watched it because I have not watched Midst yet. I might get to it someday, but there's only so many obsessions I can allow myself at once. There. After that, we get into the intro and then their own recap of events previous, which leads them to this town. This will appear to be a cattle town on Ruidus, where they discovered that there are more than, as far as sentient races go, there are more than just Relorians or Ruidus. Hang on.
Not as sorry as
Definitely wrong.
Go if
measuring the local wildlife or being in the shadow, and again nearly completing your structure. Moment of you common, looking kind of round in and noticed.
Hang on.
About to squeal for a moment, you shouted towards it to stay quiet, and through a brief moment of persuasion, the tension seems to have been abated.
There's a description here.
Anything dangerous as the.
I should probably warn you. There was a lot of lore drops here, including like knowledge of other forms of Ruidus wildlife, and I couldn't actually get everything on. So I recommend that if you're watching this after like late afternoon, Monday, February 12th, or sometime after that, go to the link in the description for the YouTube video.
The somewhat hulking-looking, kind of round-backed, tree-trunk-like armed creature. Its hood kind of pulled up over its eyes, its cherub-like cheeks, its kind of curled, thin nostril-like elephant-type nose that kind of just pushes past the mouth. It looks up at you with dark eyes and is now quivering, asking you in common, What are you doing?
And it is saying they start talking with this who's technically knows common, and we'll get into more about how it knows that a little bit. But it is what they ask if if it's aligned with the Imperium. Is it Yes. In a way, so they're kind of like unsure. Let's and eventually this thing is that it is not a big fan of it, but it's kind of scared, but very much scared of it, and it's wondering if this is a test, like to capture the to catch the disloyal, and wondering if they're wondering if it is going to turn it in. It's like I will turn you in because it thinks that they do convince it. They do convince it that they are not part of the Imperium. And we do finally find out more about the Imperium this episode. And then we get a name.
The figure kind of like, hey, I need to talk to someone. I.
Wait.
Kill him.
Wait. Please. We just want to have a conversation, and then we'll leave, and you'll...
Where's this person you want to talk to?
Imperium.
No.
What?
Please, our lives are depending on you. If you turn us in, they'll kill us.
What's your name?
I don't know.
Don't
You don't know?
Or
Don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know. Did you go sit? Don't know. I don't know. Wait. I am going to stand by.
You know, this might actually make it to animation.
What are you yelling for? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I am going
At least
to
one fan's going to animate this scene.
create just a little flower, just a little druid craft.
Oh.
She creates a flower. That's what, and then we meet this. It has this pet creature, like a very small humanoid. It's described as like a fey, like a fey, iguana-like creature. Humanoid stuff. Has ears like fey-like ears. There. By the way, had the when it gets to certain creature descriptions, I go back to the thing of the previous episode. It's interesting. They did have. I guess we're taking my. They technically this updated. This was introduced while the episode was going, so.
Nice,
A little
nice,
flower.
nice.
This is really smart.
With a beautiful lavender calming scent.
And basically, this creature who starts eating her flower, they're like, no. They do try. F.C.G does attempt to cast tongues with it, but its sounds don't make anything, so it doesn't appear to have a language at the moment. And then.
Ow.
I don't have any identification, but look, see, this is where we're from. We're from a place called Drusop Theater in
Really, you're not. You are.
And he's talk to say, are they the dreamers? Like, they can perceive those who dream of Ruidus and have Ruidus dreams, like where they can sort of walk around. These creatures can perceive these astral forms apparently, and
You're dreamers. I.
see.
Is that what they call them here?
I think dreamers though is specifically anyone who from Exandria it could be just specifically the Ruidus born, but I think that since they only really have had the only time they haven't had contact through non-dreams was recently, they may just be their way of referring to anyone from Exandria.
You're not with Imperium. You promise?
Oh no, we don't know what that is. I mean, we know what the Imperium
You
is.
can
We don't
see
know
I've just pulled the cloak back. We're wearing really not Imperium stuff under this. This is, yeah, no.
Like reaches out, big, thick, kind of calloused fingers, kind of rub against the material and kind of.
It's new.
I pull out my membership card for the Dreamscape Theater in Drusar.
Wow.
I don't have any identification, but look,
What a callback!
see, this is where we're from. We're from a place called Drusar.
Small arms kind of grab it, and the little creature kind of curls up a little bit to inspect it and start nibbling on that too. Stop eating. I want to keep flour. I've not seen one before.
Can I have my membership card back?
Yeah.
It gives
Yes,
us
of
like
course, of
VIP
course you-
access.
Okay. We find that out of the iguana-like creature is called a citra. Like the iguana, and they form bonds with this guy's race, the Bormodos. 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 And they sort of like they sort of form Bormodos, and the Bormodos keep the center around for cleaning cleaning purposes. I'm wondering if this is similar like to like those little birds who clean the teeth of crocodiles, or little fish who clean out other people like other fish teeth, or maybe like the birds that eat the ticks off the process of that. They also can serve as a little bit as lookouts. And they've learned common through. We find out the reason why they can learn. Start talking more and more, conversing. They learn that they find out they learn common because when they is that here? Who their dreams and stuff, like not only do they perceive like the dream forms of Ruidus born, but also when they dream they don't have their own dreams. They can perceive the dreams of those on Exandria when they dream. It's sort of random stuff. They don't control itself. And let's face it, it's probably not giving them, may not give them the best impression of us knowing certain dreams. We learn more about, specifically, we learn about the Imperium. Specifically, it's called the Keveris Imperium, Keveris being the capital. A lot of the population is in the small towns, like around which are isolated. The Imperium, though, is high up and stuff, and is definitely a controlling power on Exandria, on Ruidus.
Imperium.
What?
Oh.
Wait.
Actually, what do you farm? I'm really curious.
I will turn you into the Imperium.
What?
Oh.
Wait. What?
Why?
I just had to check.
Oh.
It might still been a trick. I don't know.
We're not.
I've not done this
I
before.
think the rule is if you ask Imperium if they are Imperium, they have to, by law, tell you that they are.
Don't tell people that, because I don't think they really
So if
do.
you ask us and we say no, then you can believe it.
Oh, all right. What's interesting is
Entrapment
you
was a
watch
good movie.
you watch through a lot of the communication, like the really small arms at the front, they're very expressive now that he's becoming more comfortable. And like as it talks, they kind of like open and react and curl up and like kind of frame the cheeks a little bit. It's like having this little additional form of physical expression that's usually tucked and hidden within the cloak. Well,
Mm-hmm. And they start talking about asking about all certain like wildlife they've seen. Like they found out that the the six-legged buffaloes with like that sort of has like a crown, or I think more like actually based on the script, I think that more accurate to say like a mane of horns on them are known as the wukar, and they find out that this these as panther-like creatures that heard from the previous session are known as the as avedons. Um, um, wukar could be used as like general cow thing and stuff. There's like basically bloodhound can be used trained as bloodhounds and stuff for hunting. Eventually, they asked if there's anyone else they could talk to more information, and he uh, re-mentions that one of the elders of the village. He mentions in passing, Elder Bar Barthy. Yeah, Elder Barthy. And they learn now about the, and they also try to learn more about the Imperium, which is led by a group known as the Weave Mind. The count. It's a group of Raylorn mystics that control it, and they also work as the go-between those on Ruidus and that which is below it, Predathos. They sort of connect. They learn more about the Avedons. They're sensitive to loud noises and stuff. Noises being since they use more of their hearing. They also talk about more creatures they haven't seen yet, but it was a big lord up all once, and so I couldn't catch everything. If you're unwilling to wait to the actual video to learn more about this, I'm sure the wiki like by by the afternoon tomorrow will have a good breakdown of the creatures that actually maybe not. I'm not sure what they'll feel the need to include. Though you could actually be more likely to know. Well, actually the critical wiki probably will have it, but but it probably won't be listed on the information in the episode. I'll say more relevant stuff. But perhaps if you go on to looking at Ruidus itself, like it will mention like what the wildlife and stuff is. They hate noises and stuff. They have like sense of hearing. However, if they have a certain spot of their head where they become quite docile, which should be useful to information though, considering that once their presence has been more known, these things are probably going to be sent to track them down. Uh, they found out what the town they're in is called Resora. Resort? Resort? Uh-uh.
Wow,
Bye.
it's very impressive. Yeah, pulls the hood forward a little bit, like sets the dangling amulet down for a bit and turns around. You can see, like, as you kind of begin to drift out and around, you can see this squat, like, lumbering mountain of a creature kind of does the best it can to kind of hop and heel click with excitement before heading back towards the doorway and slowly opening it and stepping out. The wind kind of blowing past a bit, the dust kind of plumes pushing by.
That was Jenny.
Do we see Jetney and Orem floating around?
It's hard to see where they are at a.
And they start walking through the town or traversing the town. Like, they notice, like, there are a significant number of Bormodos. Very few. There are more, like maybe like 20-25% of the town, maybe Relorans. Though not all of them appear to be those associated with the Imperium or the Ruby Vanguard. Some are just civil farmers too, looking at that.
Around nervously, kind of leans out against the wall. Looks. He makes these particular buildings have a little more of an aesthetic to them than what you've encountered on the outskirts of the village. You watch as Dono kind of eventually makes eyes towards your group, kind of nods, looks around nervously, kind of leans out against the wall, looks around.
Slick, smooth.
Real smooth.
Leans in, and one of the small hands goes. Waits. Looks back at the rest of you.
He's a really good spy.
Yeah, he's really doesn't look obvious.
You hear a sound of shifting chain.
He's real good.
The door opens slightly, and you see a figure kind of just framed in shadow as the door opens. A similar sort of a hunched shape, not able to make out much detail. And Dono kind of talks for a moment. The tiny hands get together and kind of tap nervously. The big arms kind of come together and tap nervously in a much slower way.
He's got small hands coming out of his chest.
Yes, he does.
It's
Know what they say about small hands coming out of your chest?
It's fucking weird
Yep.
and awesome.
Slowly the door opens a little further, and you can see the figure kind of lean out for a minute, and you can see in the other hand they have like a large gnarled stick, it looks like, that they're kind of leaning on. They kind of glance out, and you watch Dono go and point up to all of you, and the creature just takes the staff and knocks him in the head and is like,
I break for the open door.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
okay. Dono kind of lumbers in, and all of you kind of shift into the interior.
Casually, though.
Now,
Yeah.
I move into the lungs of the elder.
oh my goodness. So
It was a test.
heading into the interior of this chamber,
Okay, well, and now they meet with the elder. What's his name again? Farthi. Who? Yeah, I would describe it, but this really has to be
Oh my, that's appropriate. That's the staff down to the side on the table and goes, well, yes, you can have them apparate if that seems appropriate.
Okay. Is anyone going first, or are we doing it all at the same time?
Oh my, that's
Oh, all at once, huh?
quite a majestic arrival. Your friends here don't know. Wow, very wild. All right.
Johnny.
Oh no.
There's a reason I
The really
put
big
this
moon.
there.
What's your name?
Well, dreamers, friends from the world beyond. I am your humble elder Barthy. The honor is mine. I believe you've met Dono.
Yes.
Thank you, Dono, for your time. You can sit down for a second. Anyway,
I guess we know whose dreams he's been invading.
if I might ask, before things get too hairy, what can you give me assurances that you are indeed aligned with the Imperium?
I mean, have you ever seen the Imperium turn into mist and...
No, but we've seen a lot of really wild things as of late, so,
Wait, did you say that we are aligned with the Imperium?
No,
or
that
not?
to make sure we're not.
Open up that bag of holding. I'll reach in and pull out the
That's a good proof.
the head of the
Good proof.
That's right.
immediately you watch him kind of reel, like, no, close that window. And that window, and that window, and that window.
I use thaumaturgy to just
No.
go.
We're friends. Listen to us.
That's extremely disturbing. I would.
I'm so glad we ended up keeping that. That was a good idea.
That's already coming through.
I'm sure that's put him at ease.
Yeah.
All right, so you're dreamers.
It'll take 10 minutes to settle into this, man.
Dream to some, nightmare to others.
Now look, I've been working in this Imperium for the majority of my life, and that's I'm no pushover. So you brought in a dead Rylor Juggernaut. That's quite impressive feat, I say so. But what's your business here? What are you doing? What do you want? What can we possibly offer you if you're so powerful enough to traverse that weird red beam?
After this, they tell them that what they need is information stuff, like where stuff is and stuff. To do assure them that they're not just some random people up here that are that they are like representatives of a much larger group. And I'm talking about Bell Skulls, just to be clear. You can on this him. He offers some tea. Was that supposed to be? Okay. They asked if they have anything written down. Stuff apparently they used to have a fair bit written down and stuff, but the Imperium comes along and says there's anything they don't think is good for public consumption. If you know what I mean. Did I mention that that the leaders of this one are a group of mystics? Like, it's basically a church-controlled state.
Weave mind and their various communal sects, mostly long destroyed.
By the Imperium.
By the Weave mind and their various.
This is talking about the destruction books.
They have communal sex.
place
Wait,
is okay.
this place is amazing. Where is
We
that?
learned so much.
10th fact-finding mission on the moon.
Sorry.
10th fact-finding
Right,
mission
right,
on
right.
the
If
moon.
we can have a little fun,
Hold on,
it's fine.
let this play out.
Weird, wild
Are
stuff.
the dreamers to you? The dreamer. We got to get it down to more specifics, but just on like a broader level, the dreamers to you, we're not like gods or anything. We're just sort of curiosities, interesting. It seems like we're crucial to the sort of philosophy of this place, or religion, or.
Up until as of late, and this is kind of a point of contention.
Here's they talk about like some of the more out realm, like this place, like outer more, like less like I wouldn't say civilized, less civilized, but like rural areas, non like cities, would used to consider like Exandria above basically their afterlife and stuff, and the viewers and stuff they'll show you what they'll to come to expect, and the fact that in future years returns vanguards and stuff like flesh and blood dreamers for them. It's kind of lead to a crisis of faith among many of the people of Ruidus. They learn like more of like what the causes, and it does indicate that according to them, according to the Elder and Dodo, they might be the ones who control the flares, which is very interesting information. He mentioned something known as the Dominion of Kuth, which apparently is the military force of Ruidus and the ones who are seem to be solidly aligned with. For the moment, seem to be solidly aligned with the aligned with the Ruby Vanguard. So, they learn that they do a little bit of farming here. There aren't that there are quite a few, several there are quite a few surface farm areas like this, but most of the farming is actually done below where they farm different funguses and stuff, and away from the treacherous environment of surface Ruidus. Most of the food supply comes from below the surface. Sorry if I yawn, but just keep in mind, I'm doing shooting this immediately after this. I live on the East Coast, so it's so this is very late. See ya. Bear with me. Where? Oh, I think I missed something. I think I missed a time slot. Maybe.
Sex.
They have communal sex.
No, wait, I did that one. Sorry. No, okay.
Do you
The sight a dream as well?
We all dream here. What, you think you're special?
Oh, they also meet give me a second. Well, we find out that the Dodos Citra, because where there were R's, not Cytaas. His sister's name is Kenny, and Barthy's sister is Chu, and Chu apparently can actually speak, so I guess he was just chosen not to and stuff. Before.
Think these Exandrian folks are gonna be just eager to welcome us with.
Wait, sorry. Oh, what? Choose again?
What, you think you're special?
You all seem to be a little saucy.
Very fair.
Sorry.
I heard everything.
Passes it over to the elder and looks back at the rest of you.
Okay, so what you doing here?
Go.
Bear there! Sorry. Choose a very uppity entity.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, here we go.
After a bit of a
What's up, Chu?
bit of a crackling bite and gnawing on this like leftover piece of baked good, kind of passes it over to the elder and looks back at the rest of you.
Okay, so what you doing here? What's the plan?
You can talk.
You just coming in here and bothering me with the elder? I heard everything you said. I heard every single thing you've said. And I'm not convinced that you're not a severe danger to all of us.
That's very fair.
Sorry.
We're
Honestly, we
welcome and open to
couldn't.
questions.
Choose a little bit of a dick.
The Cytaas, you all seem to be a little saucy.
Oh my gosh. Do you
The
dream?
sight a dream as well?
We all dream here. What, you think you're special?
Well, we're here to answer your questions. What can we? How can we put your mind at ease?
Okay.
What are your plans when you get to the capital city?
See a show, see the sights.
Right now we're just
One short day there.
right now we're just scouting.
Yeah, and then
I think these not done with my point. And given all the dreams we've had, you think these Exandrian folks are gonna be just eager to welcome us with open arms?
Technically, this whole place was from Exandria, and so in a way we're all, not me, but they're all kin of yours.
Where's your proof? Who's to say Exandria didn't come from us, huh?
Oh, well, that's true. Our legends could be false.
100%.
If you're asking if there are pieces of shit, and if you're asking if there are pieces of shit who control some shit down there, yes, absolutely, of course. It will be hard, people will be shitty, but we have plenty of good people, plenty of people who would love to fucking meet you, and plenty of...
meet you.
Well, both. We're special that way.
I'm sorry. I don't know what is wrong with me.
I know.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, they have open
It's fine
sex
because,
here.
like, you know,
Communal.
There's zero impulse control.
Bombarded with all these thoughts all the time.
Look, you might as well give it a go. You never know what you're gonna like.
It's true, your folk are quite perverted, we've noticed over the
know.
generations.
Right now, the exchange program is just not really that friendly.
Yeah.
So we'd like to improve that if we can.
Yeah. There's nice people, and there are definitely people that would treat you poorly. Everybody's unique. I'm sorry, Lauren.
Confused though. You're connected to the Dreamkeeper through the weave, and the Rylorans make you all peek in at our dreams. Why? To what end? Does it?
They don't actually know.
Batman.
Nickname finally sticks.
Yes.
Been
like
waiting for
it.
one.
Then apply a name.
Since you seem to be in charge around here,
Thank
I was
you.
curious, are there any areas either within your outpost or just generally that are forbidden, where you're not allowed to go, where travel is restricted, prohibited, or whether you might be destroyed upon entering?
Well, we have free reign of the open plains here, because we're plains folk here in the...
So they're they do start talking more about like the flares and what they think, what they think of the flares on Ruidus. Control and
Have you ever been to a place called... Well, to be perfectly honest, I'm certainly very curious about many facets of your cultures and your lived experiences. Have you ever been to a place called... Taste of Taldor?
We actually have.
Quite a few times.
Yes. Wait.
It looks like a raucous
It is.
time.
How many people dream about Taste of Taldor on a regular basis?
I mean, more than you'd think. It tends to be a recurring event. And all manner of celebrations around. There's something about that that's just, I don't know. It's got a certain quirk to it.
Does anybody have their tankard left? Oh.
I don't have. I got you.
Do we have a shirt? Do you have a shirt?
We got a
I have a
shirt.
Lifesavers for Lovers
tea towel.
t-shirt that I was gonna get rid of. I also have a Taste of Taldor little pencil.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna grab that. I think
But I
we got
can't,
that.
I can't
toy
remember what all I
sword
gave, because I gave one of my Taste of Taldor things away to get out of the fan.
Oh my God, that's right.
We need to make some
But here, I
friends
think I
here.
have a pencil.
I have a toy sword, so I'll stand
Which
next
one
to
do you
Imogen.
want? Yeah. All right.
well, they start talking about trying to plan out what they're going to do with the trip. They do determine that the Keveris is it is probably best bet, and apparently it is only a couple days away. It as the hub of everything there. It's like the capital. It's probably gonna be where then we'll find out the most information about possible resistance should the executive have to invade.
Very thick, we just assumed.
Is there any
Would you fuck
wood
with
here?
people? Yes. things.
Moon farmer.
Get engaged with local culture.
You can also
Learn about their ways.
you can fuck Chew.
I'm not fucking any rock people.
Very thick, we just assumed.
Is there any wood here?
Yes.
Is there any wood?
You do see bits of wood. Most of it's stone crafted. Make an investigation check for me.
Investigation, you
Yeah.
say? 15.
15.
Guy.
A lot of the stonework that you see here, with like in the interior, the furniture, it's very well carved, angular in places, very very well.
Anyway, they talk about one thing the important thing I asked for is there any sort of recognition signal like code to confirm like is among the Imperium and the Vanguard? And unfortunately, there is no code they could just use to get away. They could trip people with. It's more like a feeling they get around. They determine. Stay awake. They do. They are. He does try to get them in touch with another. So of course, Zesh. I forget exactly who's it, but should be around with a caravan. Mm. And they politics. The person who went to see how long they're tells them that they've already arrived. So okay. However, there is a knock at the door. And the Will Master is who is like the leader of the Imperium Railroads in town, is there. And those who can't immediately try to transform into their gadget state because they still have a spell active. So try to hide stuff. And that's when we go to break. We go into ads and stuff for what's new, including the new merchant stuff. As I said before, I'm no longer going over this because they're not sponsoring this video. And we get F.C.G tries to be clever, goes up, attempts to cast Fast Friends on the Will Master, but not only it manages to shrug off, but she brought friends along who were just on the side, just out of view. So we now enter combat. Let's see.
Pre-order this
And we have
unforgettable set
that.
today at whizkids.io/Darrington Brigade. The best team ever.
Alrighty. So
Bless you.
Guys, this way.
there is the figure.
This?
Chetney, we're back here, searching in the basement area.
Searching.
Using these as kind of proxies there. The elder has stepped back here, a little confused. F.C.G, you would kind of come forward to cast the spell there. Fern, whereabouts were you?
I was hiding somewhere real good.
Right. So you were
Real good.
here.
'Cause I gotta
No.
Yeah.
She actually rolled really
Yeah, you actually
well.
really well. So you would be probably like back into the side here where he couldn't even see you.
Okay.
I was pushing for like behind the door-ish, but like yeah, like
I'd say you went for it and hit this table.
yeah, that's
and kind
that's
of,
very fair.
I think Orm is behind one of the table chairs in plain sight.
Table chairs?
The chairs
chair.
by the table.
right there. You got it.
Table
As
chair.
opposed to the big green plush one.
All right.
Invite them in.
Imogen is mid-transformation here.
They, I know. Thank you.
They don't really have
And then
this.
we have numbers.
And Laudna?
I rolled a 15, so maybe I'd be behind that like green chair, like more hidden than Orem,
Okay.
but not that much more.
Okay, great. So you see this figure step back, and there are other Vanguard figures kind of waiting behind them.
Awesome.
Like, does that guy have like a Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah, it looks like Carmen
does look like it,
Sandiego.
yeah.
We found her.
That's awesome!
She's been hiding there.
All right.
There's the red
So
On the moon.
Carmen Sandiego.
initiative's 25 to 20.
20.
Now it's you get the accurate look on with the facing.
20 to 15.
This does include Vanguard.
15.
Lot
16.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait.
Lot's check.
Let's say it again.
Sorry.
Who had 18?
I did.
And then I had 16. What did you have?
Also 16 Ashton.
Also 16.
Okay. Dex.
Rollies.
Roll.
Oh, Dex.
Yes. Just to warn you, I will be going over some of the highlights of this combat. I'm not going to go through everything. One thing, some confusing things happened, and as I said, it's late enough for me to not fully comprehend stuff. It does start with Lana casting a fireball just out, so none of our guys get hit. Which sets it off. This does attract a big crowd eventually, though, and that comes to play later. One of the people who appears to be a member of the Vanguard, a Ruidus man, sees all this, and it causes them to. They now see the birth of a new exalted Ruidus born, like the activation of a new exaltation of a Ruidus born. So that complicates things greatly.
Yeah.
It's massive burst of flame and the sound of an explosion echoes out through the middle of the night. Flames swirl in the space, and as they reside, you can see, or pull back, you can see many of the figures kind of down almost to one knee, like charred, and flames kind of licking off the sides of their arms and robes. You can see the four Vanguard figures are all going, like just screaming in pain. And there's one back here who looks about 16 or so, who's like, What's happening? What's happening? And they look near death and terrified.
Good.
I just scream out, run!
Okay.
Wow.
Stay put.
Can I move away back as far as I can go?
You can go back about there. That's the
Okay.
back of the chamber of the domed abode.
That's great.
All right, that
That's
finishes
great.
your turn. Now is the Ruby Vanguard.
Oh boy.
All of them start screaming and running. This guy goes charging off this way. This guy kind of wanders this way and shot goes like, What's happening? What's happening? This guy.
Honestly,
here
I
is
can't
gonna
mention
stand
this part
back
of it,
a little
so-
angry and get behind this side.
Get all the details. So.
The young one is gonna go. and you watch as a familiar burst of semi-purple energy suddenly flashes from within him, and he lifts off the ground about a foot.
Oh, I just awoke in the village.
Kind of crackles there, the flames still kind of burning off his shoulders.
You exalted.
I just exalted somebody, didn't I?
He's doing it, Peter.
What are you doing?
Chitney immediately whips out terminal and uses it to cast Shatter on the will, or what's the freaking calling it? The Will Master, and which on save gets a natural 1. Okay. Let's see. The combat does evolve as they attempt to be more non-lethal.
Just fucking fly.
Yeah, they're still going.
There's nothing I can really do about that.
At one point, they try to just grapple the.
Right now.
Can Ryloran hover, levitate, or just on foot?
It's on foot.
Okay.
That's going to finish his go. Fern, you're up with Imogen on deck.
All right, I'm gonna peek around outside the door
Okay.
and see the Will Master.
Indeed. You see them kind of stepping back into the crowd of many of the other nearby villagers that are all just kind of standing and blocking the way.
So I sort of lock eyes and just say, "Psst, you need to come inside." And I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Come on,
Charm
come on,
person.
Bernie.
Okay. Charm person, because they are an aggressive hostile environment with you, they have advantage on the save.
Okay.
It's will save? Or
It's
sorry,
a
wisdom? Wisdom,
which
yeah.
I was high, but-
Anyway, so that's something there. They do attempt to grapple the things and try to. There, as the fight continues, they figure out that the Will Master can actually transfer the damage he takes to one of his followers. I mean, they'll have to take out his support system before they can finish him off. Let's see, and what was I? Transfer damage. Oh yes, to his subordinates.
Doorway, and I will leap. And halfway through my jump, you'll see my head go like a mascot head. It's just wolf head. And I will leap up and fucking headbutt the Will Master with my head before into a mascot.
Does there go?
Yeah, again.
Now it is.
I remember the Spider-Man one again.
God, I love being on the fucking moon!
And I come running out from cover, and I'll run straight through the doorway. And I will leap. And halfway through my jump, you'll see my head go like a mascot head. It's just wolf head. And I will leap up and fucking headbutt the Will Master with my head before into a giant fucking werewolf.
Go for it.
Great.
That's first attack.
Is this your first time as a werewolf on the moon?
No, I kind of arrived here on that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
A 28 to hit.
28 definitely hits.
Amazing.
They also this file, of course, is also attractive chat. So along with everything, they keep on having to call to the citizens of the town to get back inside, not get involved in the fight. Actually, they managed to knock out the Wheelmaster. Mm-hmm. They managed to capture him, and then knock out, and then Orm, who knows how to use the spell Hex, managed to perform a knockout on the newly exalted Ruidus.
And I just spin the blade around, and the flat just goes bang onto his forehead.
Watch, he turns. It's like, you do not know what you've. Just like a sack of potatoes in the ground. But once for a moment there was this like terrifying conduit for some sort of power that you've seen do astronomical things through your ally crumple into a scared and unconscious 16-year-old boy.
Right. And I'm going to just stand. That was like 20 to get there, you think? Or
10, because you went 1, 2. So yeah, you still have 20 feet, 25 feet of movement.
Fuck it. I'll run to that one and take a swipe at it.
To the other Shrike?
Yeah.
Oh, the calm one?
Are they? They're both calm?
You as you look towards them, they're both standing kind of.
Yeah, anyway. This is Lodnak manages to not take out one of the other commands with Eldritch Blast for a knockout blow, and makes a quicken spell so she can continue with another barrage of Eldritch Blast. And let's see. Unfortunately, if you look at the cursor, these over here are where the cattle are, and all of a sudden they finally get scooped and break through here, causing a stampede.
Just on the
Cat was spooked.
What? End of your turn. Your Vanguard figures. They actually no. At the end of your turn.
Oh, here they come.
What?
Yeah.
Cat was spooked.
What?
What? Cat was spooked.
Yep.
Through the gate.
They're coming out.
Flash out! No, they're gonna trample everyone.
It's like City Slickers.
Fuck, no. Fuck. This is bad. This officially got bad.
Oh my god.
The one that you just poured the potion in is like, thank you.
No.
Well, here they don't quite get to him. Like impacting and pushing it through, and then getting their movement there. They're just on the cusp of it. You have an opportunity here to try and quell this sudden stamina.
You're not at full charge here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you
Yes.
calm their emotions?
Okay.
Yes.
But I do speak
This guy
with animals.
is gonna
That's right.
run this way
Oh no, we
And
gotta
dart off that way. This guy also is going to go ahead and run off this way. All right, finishing their go. Chetney, you're up with Ashton on deck.
The fight continues. One of the last enemies goes down to with Fern's scorching rays going up, and the long ones just take them out. Orin manages to use the sapling's grasping vine to pull the one of the Bormodos, possibly Dono or Barthy out of the way, saving them.
Continue to rush out into the streets. The rest of you kind of dart off to the side and keep low and kind of keep off to the side.
Suplexing a buffalo and starting to eat it in front of everybody.
Yeah, dude. Let's go. Let's go.
Nope, you can't get that and not expect them not to do it. You fuck you in, dude.
I've often said there's nowhere near enough suplexing in this campaign, so I hold you to task on this.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Okay.
It's been so long.
The old man wakes up. He's like, not Joseph.
I know.
My entire livelihood.
For a split
right.
second, it's not Chetney, it's just Travis on the moon, just staring.
All right, so at this moment, as all the chaos is happening, you all the hooves begin to scatter throughout the surrounding parts of the village. You can see the lights kind of gathering over by where the caravan is, and you're still in a very seriously tense moment. Elder Barthy kind of steps out of the doorway to the rest of you and goes, "This has gone real tits up. What do we do? What do you do? What's the plan? You never saw me. We didn't talk.
Right.
What can we do to help?"
Of course not.
Let's start gathering the bodies and
We gotta clean up.
we gotta clean up.
Yeah, bodies go, I think, underneath the floor in the house.
Yeah.
And maybe the wheelmaster goes in the hole with somebody else. We leave it open.
I'm gonna start.
So they did end up taking them out, even though for a while they were starting to go with non-lethal damage.
Dragging
You got any stone
the
shit
guy
left
from
in
over
you, or
here.
that's done?
I'm gonna just start dragging.
To do what?
To make a little hidey hole.
I can cover something. Don't we have a portable
We have
hole?
the portable. We can put him in the portable.
40.
Much chaos in this point, and then after a brief few moments of you conversing and figuring out the plan, begin to push around. The silence falls in the space behind it as the creature begin to push outward. And you can hear the shouts and conversation on the periphery. You begin to pull the bodies back into the dome of the Elder, and you set down the hole, and you begin to prepare whatever it is you wish to do in the time that you have to keep from furthering the chain of danger that seems to be following at your heels every step since arrival. As you clamber in, kind of seeing shapes approaching from the far end of the village pathway, closing the door into the Elder's hut, the Elder kind of walking in circles. We're going to go ahead and finish the episode there.
And with that, the episode ends. And all that's left is to introduce my homebrew of the episode. This is actually an old one, and technically there's if you go down to previous versions, you'll see that there's alternate version for this. The Spectrum Stalker. This is a enchanted pepperbox. It's also described as sort of like a cross between a pepperbox and a revolver. Like the pepperbox is sort of like the chamber of the a revolver, but it goes on the town like the barrel, like it's multi-barreled. So if you see, you know what it looks like if you watch Legends of Vox Machina. thing is, well, it does have the rotating barrel stuff. This it also has the traditional like revolver chamber stuff. One thing that keeps the ammunition. But the barrels though have different effects going through it. This is something that it does work. I didn't make this a attunement, but you do have to be have a sir be a blood hunter to wield this properly and use its effects. It can probably have up to 6 shots at a time. Game loaded. Each barrel is graded with runes, and the reason why to get the full amount you have to be a blood hunter is because when you channel your crimson railroad, it changes which right is used in every barrel with every barrel of this thing, be able to transmute it to a different right. There's like one barrel that just just allows you to do the right you've already chosen. Uh, with the right of the frozen this well you can either there are like 3 primary ones for it's like the right of the frozen, right of the storm, and right of the flame, like for ice, lightning, and fire damage, which are based on the 3 base equipment rights. The idea is that you like this was based on the original layout of the Blood Hunter, which you can choose 2 of those rights plus 1 of the advanced rights. Alright, so whichever one you do, this will you can get a Spectrum Stalker potentially made with the right you didn't choose, plus all the advanced rights. Right, the right of the Roar, which does thunder damage, right of the Oracle, which does psychic damage, right of the Dead, which does necrotic damage, and right of the Dawn, which does radiant damage, and which also when that one activates, also causes your weapon to shed light in a radius of 20 feet. A bright light in a radius of 20 feet. This is basically the unique right you get from being a what you call it was Molly Mock's subclass. You can look up the description is right there. What this right does has a lot of extra stuff for undead. When pointing this, also in addition, when pointing this weapon at a creature, you already know if it is vulnerable, resistant, or immune to any right damage. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a new version, which is attunement based. And perhaps it just only does it for the right YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put more limitations on this, so expect to see updates when you if you click onto this the link below. Also imbuing the Spectrum Striker Stalker to with a charisma does not prevent another weapon from being imbued with a right, nor interfere with any already active rights on weapons. And the rest is just the standard Exandria firearms. That you could look that up. And with that, I thank you for joining me. This is Freener Rematcha, and I wish you good fortune in the quest of life.